guys, Jeremy here, My Way MFG. I filmed some footage earlier in the week doing some interior stuff. I'm going to put that in this video, and I would like to work today and try to make some kind of insert so we got a glove box again, get the glove box door back on, you know, make the dash kind of look complete. Well, kind of will be complete at that point. So I can buy these glove box inserts. They're made of cardboard. I screenshotted a picture of one. It's just cardboard all stapled together. I was thinking, I think I could just make one of those. They're kind of expensive. Didn't look too hard to make, but I didn't have any good poster board or cardboard to make it out of. I do have a lot of sheet metal though. I think I'm just going to try to make it out of light gauge sheet metal and just see how that goes. Seems to me it would work good. Pop rivet it together. I'm going to give it a shot. Maybe it won't work out as good as I think. Maybe it will, but we're going to try it here. See what happens. We drove the old car in the last video. Everything went well except for one thing. It really wasn't the car's fault. It was my fault. But I'm gonna have to address it. When I moved this car from this garage behind me over to the other heated garage last winter, I had the driver's side rear wheel off. Come find out, I never tightened it all the way. So on that drive the other day, it came loose and chewed the threads off the wheel studs right there by the drum. And I didn't notice that until yesterday. I was getting ready to drive the car again. I was kind of looking things over and thought, man, those lug nuts, those wheel studs sure aren't sticking through very far. And I reached down, hell, they were all loose. So it's a good thing we didn't go very much further. There again, really wasn't the car's fault, my fault. But anyway, I caught it in time, thank God. So we'll circle back to that. I'm gonna have to pull the brake drum off. I was wanting to do that anyway to see if the hardware was still in there for the handbrake. So give me a chance to look at that anyway, right? I meant to do it that way. I meant to. Yeah. No, I didn't. But anyway, this morning, we're going to work on this glove box for a while. Let's see how that goes, right, guys? So I'll get you back in here in a minute. Got this piece of sheet metal cut. I think I'll just make it 6 inches deep. That'd be deep enough to put a little something in there. I got some marks on that now. This should be enough to wrap clear around. I'm going to put that in a brake and bend it and see if I can get it fitting a little closer. Well, guys, it's probably an hour later. I've been cutting and fitting on this piece of tin for the glove box. I got in there best I can get it. It ain't bad. I'm kind of liking it. I still got to make a back for it. I'm going to do that now and then see if we can get the door on there, and it requires some shimming to get that right. But actually, now that I got this pinstripe painted across there, that'll make that a little easier. All I got to do is line the pinstripe up on both sides, right? At least I'm thinking it'll be easier. Probably be harder. Who the hell knows? But that's what you kind of do. Every step of the way, just kind of keep doing the best job you can, and you hope that in the end it all comes together and looks pretty good. You know, that's all you can hope for. But let me get you in here and I'll show you what I got done. All right, guys, there it is. I bent it in the brake down on the bottom corners. That seemed to work pretty good. And I kind of had to scribe it all the way around this contour on front and get it tucked in behind there, and then across the top. I got a little gap right here, but I think that's going to be fine. This side here kind of closed up a little better, but all in all, I think that looks pretty good. Probably looks about as good as any of the cardboard ones ever did. So I'm going to hold a piece up here, trace it, bend the flange around it, get a back on there, see what we can do about getting the door back on. Getting solid. Yeah, anyway. Now there's a piece I just traced out. I'm going to take a straight edge and put along the bottom and remark that line so I know I got a good straight bottom on it, and then the rest of it we'll just leave it like it is. So shut this off for a second. There it is. I got the pinstripe lined up good. That's the first time I've seen it on there since we painted the Eliza on it. We pop it open. I put a little tape around the back to cover those pop rivets, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I would think that that would last for many, many years. So I'm gonna call that a win. I'm liking that. Here's the footage now from earlier in the week. This was videoed right before we drove the car, a couple days before. All right, guys, I'm thinking about taking this car for a little drive. I've got the seat bolted back in. I just threw that cotton over there for now just to kind of cover the springs. But it's bolted back in. I have this corner I started putting in this door last November or whenever. While the door was still on the car, I just kind of had it tacked in there. I finished welding it up. I got the skin connected along through here. I got this piece all welded in around the corner to the bottom of the hinge. And then I've put a patch here. And I took a hole saw and drilled a hole back in it there for the door stopper. So we got a pretty strong corner right here. Otherwise, we've got to reattach a slip almost halfway around. But last winter I was tacking it here where I could. I've got it tacked here and here and here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. It was enough that the door was staying in place and not sagging too much anymore. So I'm gonna get it back on the car, make sure it fits, and then we'll put a whole new bottom in this. And then we'll weld it clear up along here, probably almost clear between the hinges. And then over on this side, I don't know, we got to come up maybe 8 or 10 inches, get up in here somewhere. It's probably right there. But I think for right now, I'm going to pin the door back on the car, pin the seat backs back on, and might take her for a little drive. A piece of white vinyl for, I'm going to get those cowl panels covered. This comes all folded up. You have quite a time getting the wrinkles out. It really does take a while. I've got a silver bead sewed in this first piece of vinyl. I'm going to trim the edges off this cowl panel a little bit, make room for my vinyl to fold over. That was fitting pretty tight without the vinyl, so I'm going to trim that up and see if I can get this glued on there. Guys, I just finished making this up. Gonna see if the light will clip in here. Put it on the car, see how it's looking. There, I finally got it. Took me a while to get it plugged in there. My vinyl was in the way. See how this looks on the car. That's what that looks like. I don't know what to say. I mean, if I could get the wrinkles pulled out of the door panel and get that door gap more uniform, maybe it wouldn't look too bad. I don't know. I guess it really doesn't flush up too bad. Get that door panel stretched on there better, and Maybe see what we can do. Anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to do right now, so I guess I'll end this here for today. Yeah, when I came over here yesterday, this is the next day, by the way, wasn't really happy with the way that cowl panel was looking up against the door panel, mainly because of the door gap there. But I had always thought these cars came when they were new. They had a windlace that went all the way around the inside of the door jambs. They acted as a door seal, but they also was cosmetic. You know, they hid that gap. The interior in this car, it's far from original, and I wasn't going to buy the windlace for it. Even if I did, it wouldn't match the interior, this, that, and the other. But what I thought I might try to do, and it's been in my mind for quite a while, I was just going to take a rope, wrap vinyl around it, sew a rope inside some vinyl, and kind of make a bead to go around there. That's what's been in my head. I didn't know how it would look. I didn't know how I was going to apply it. None of that. But anyway, after I test fitted this yesterday and was unhappy with that gap, I went home, sewed a rope in some vinyl, and I brought it back over here. And I've just got it kind of laying in there now. It's not hooked in or nothing, but let me show you what it looks like. I think that by putting that in there, it really started to make that look better. It looks more finished, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get this in there and yeah, try to get it all positioned and glued in and see how that's gonna look. I got holes through that for these plugs to go through. I think this part here I can just glue with weather strip adhesing up the side of the A-pillar. When I get to here where this dash gap is, I've got some of that foam rubber weather strip door adhesive stuff. I'm gonna put it between these two flaps, you know, let me show you. Between these two flaps on the vinyl where the rope is sewed in there, and see if I can get the vinyl to spread out so when it tucks through this portion, it's white vinyl wall to wall, you know. And then when I get up here to where it's, you know, real thin right here along this edge, I've got some of the thick foam I'm going to glue behind there, so I've got more of a surface area here to glue to. And then by the time I get up here, it tucks behind this, so I'll be all right through there. I'll glue it and then screw that back on. The vinyl wasn't long enough to go all the way around, so I'm going to end it in this corner, and I'll have a splice there when I come down this rail, but I'm not going to get that far right now. So basically I'm going to be coming up, stopping it there in that corner on both sides until I do more with the interior probably. But I'm going to make some marks on this right now from here to here and get a piece of foam in there to get that to spread out. And then I'm going to take the whole thing off. Oh, and then get my foam up through here to widen that. Then I'm going to take the whole thing off and start gluing it. Piece of black foam there. See, it's filling that gap pretty good. So I'm going to cut a piece of that to length, get it in between here, test fit it, and see if I can get it in there with the vinyl over it. like a credit card or a piece of cardboard or something I can push on that with. There's a piece of cardboard. You guys in here? That looks pretty good to me. You know, it fills the gap up pretty nice. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Next thing I want to do is I got this stuff. This is pretty thick. I just want to get it up through here just so I got a little more surface area when I go to glue that. I think I'll take it clear down as far as I can now, which would be about right there maybe. About right there. That sucks clear down in there. I might double it up or something. Let me cut that a little. Hold that up there, make sure we ain't getting in the way of anything. I think I'm good to put one more layer on there without interfering with anything. We ought to be able to glue that right to the side of that all the way up. Maybe hold it a little better. This 3M yellow weather strip glue. It's all stringy, quite hard to work with. I can make a mess with this stuff like the which you've never seen. I'm gonna try to do short sections at a time and try to keep it clean. We'll see what happens here. It's gluing in there and looking pretty good so far. A little bit of yellow showing right there. Maybe after it dries, I can kind of pick it off. But it's not bad. Looks pretty good. Let me show you here on the other side of it. Don't look too bad. I'll figure out a way to dress it up right here a little bit. But the rest of it's looking pretty good. A little bit of yellow I got on it, but we'll wait for it to dry. Right now, I think we'd just make it worse. But looking at it from the inside, it looks really good. You know, when I was getting ready to mask his car off to paint these door jambs, I was cleaning up around these, the outside of these doors a little bit to get my paint to stick. And I was sanding here, and I noticed the car turned blue. There was still blue paint underneath that rust, you know, which surprised me kinda, because you know, you sure can't tell there's any paint on there. But anyway, I didn't mask off good enough in the front, and I had overspray right here. So I thought, I would take that overspray off, so I started sanding a little bit. That whole panel turned blue. I mean, if you sanded this car out, I think it would be blue again. Kind of like one of those patina cars, you know. But there's a lot more paint under there than what a guy thinks there is. Makes you wonder what it'd look like that. We might find out before the end of summer. Yeah, I got that all glued in, and I'm liking it. I think it's gonna do what I want it to do. And let me show you from the other side. It looks much better like that than not having it, that's for sure. But I get my plates on there that go on, and we'll see how all that's looking. But yeah, every bit of white you put in this car, it just starts looking a little bit better. It really does. Got some sheet metals, some more tools sitting on that table I gotta get in. I pretty well got this all sorted through and started tilling yesterday. I got about halfway done. I left my tiller sitting there. I guess I probably ought to try to get it in the garage too if it's gonna rain. But yeah, anyway. I think that's gonna do it for me today. Kind of get ready for the storm, you know. Was thinking about cooking out today, but probably ain't gonna do that now. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Love to have more subscribers. If you guys know anybody, tell them. Anyway, Jeremy, we'll catch you on the next one. Later, guys.